I'm coming to you with straight facts. I mean, when the season began, the two biggest stories in the NBA were the return of LeBron James to Cleveland and the return of Kobe Bryant to a basketball court. Because as we all know the great Kobe Bryant was injured last year, and he missed the entire year, and the Lakers fell to 27 games or something like that they won last year. Whatever it was. I really didn't pay attention because I didn't watch a single game in full. But he's back, and LeBron is also back. And he is back with his old team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, which seem like right now a very young team, a very immature team. LeBron James in the last couple of games has failed to even score 20 points. I mean, this is one of the longest streaks in his career where he hasn't, scored 20 points. And a lot of people are wondering what's up. We'll get to more on that later as to why he's doing it. But guys, who's been more disappointing so far this year? Is it Kobe Bryant and his 0-5 Lakers, or LeBron James and his 1-3, Cleveland Cavaliers, who's supposed to make the Eastern Conference Finals? So who's been most disappointing so far? Dari, what you think?
Well, to answer your question, what I think of disappointing, I think that you would need to have some type of expectations to begin with. And since nobody expected the Lakers to do anything this year, I would say the more disappointing player has been LeBron. He did score 31 last night, so he only had 2 games. He's 2 for 2 over 20 and 2 for 2 under 20, so has not one of his longer streaks in his career.
I exaggerate.
But yeah, that's all right. That's all right. It happens a lot with you and LeBron. But I think what's disappointing about it is you would think that he would have learned from his time in Miami how to get the team ready for the scrutiny, get the team ready to be able to play, and it doesn't look like they came in as prepared and as focused as they should be for this stretch run. And part of that is Kyrie and Kevin Love have never been to the playoffs before, but I put the onus on LeBron as the leader to pull that team together because there's no D Wade, there's no Pat Riley, it's on LeBron now.
What's the excuse for letting Gordon Hayward, the guy who went to Butler and went to the finals against Duke? I mean, he went to 2 straight finals, and you're letting him, get off a shot in the buzzer to beat you. I mean, no one expected this from Gordon. He's like a mid-max level type of player, but no one expected him, to go out and beat LeBron like he said that he would. James, you look like you've woken up a little bit. What's going on? Are you awake now?
Yeah, I think so. I heard something that put me to sleep for a moment, but anyway.
Kobe scored 30. Kobe scored 37. I mean, or 39. 39. He scored 39.
How many shots did he take?
We're not going there. I mean, look, who else is going to take the shots? Kobe scored 39. He scored 27 in another game. Kobe Bryant's average right now is way higher than LeBron's. So are you more disappointed in LeBron, who is supposed to be in the prime of his career, or is it Kobe, whose team is 0-5?
First of
all,
right?
Shake your head. Go ahead, Darian.
As my boy Darian said, you got to have expectations. Nobody expect crap out of them La boys, okay? And honestly, this is what I'm expecting. Don't looking all frustrated because I said that now. Yeah, you get a drink because you need something right now. But, dog, ain't nobody – this is what I expected from Cleveland, dog. You have no defense. You went to a team that has nobody that plays defense. Kyrie can't play a lick of defense, dog. We know Kevin Love can't play no defense. And as Chris Bosh said, he said, Kevin, get ready. You're going to see how it is, dog. There's so many continuity issues with them. They will be the most disappointing, but for me, I kind of expect it because you could see, the type of players that they put together, dog. They didn't put together guys that have been known to play any defense. When he came to Miami, you knew D. Wade played defense. You knew the defensive style that organization carried. Chicago, not Chicago, but Cleveland just mix match and put guys together that might be good on offense, but they can't play a lick of defense. So they're the biggest disappointment. But I mean, both teams suck as far as I'm concerned. So
Eric, as a Kobe Bryant supporter that I know that you are, you have to feel kind of bad for him. I mean, he has Jeremy Lin, who can't, pee on the fire hydrant right now to claim his team as a point guard. He's taking 8 shots a game. You got Carlos Boozer who's taking 4 shots a game. These people don't even want to put up the ball. So the Lakers have no choice but for Kobe to shoot 37 shots, right, Eric?
First of all, the Kobe Bryant bean is ridiculous. He's taking 37 shots a game. 20 more
he's
than
back.
20,
Aren't you glad to see that
20
he's back though?
20 more than the next person on his team. Yeah, that's shameful. That's beyond shameful. You know what I mean?
The night he scored 39, Jordan Hill scored
look
17.
like a rec team. They look like a BNBL rec team. This is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
D-League.
And then in Cleveland, it's a shame. We've been saying since day one that Cleveland is not Miami. They don't have any defensive presence whatsoever. Kyrie Irving is just chucking the ball. Him and Dion Waiters like they having a contest who can just shoot more bricks. Him or Dion Waiters. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Kevin Love's looking lost. You know what I'm saying? It's just bad all the way around. But I mean, I will say Cleveland is more disappointing because they had all these preconceived
Not Cleveland,
notions.
it's LeBron or Kobe. That's what we're going with.
Well, we're going with Cleveland. Like I said, they have the most disappointment so far.
So you're going with LeBron, okay?
Because it's terrible. Like everybody else said, you have no expectations for Kobe Bryant in Lakers land. They are officially on the clock. It's ridiculous. I mean, the over/under should be over how many losses they're gonna have before they get a victory. I think they're gonna go 0-15.
Oh, the new over and under should be who's gonna get the most assists, Dion Waiters or Kyrie Irving, because I think Waiters got him by 1. Irving 0 last night, and Waiters 1. What kind of crap is your point guard can't get an assist? That's just garbage.
Speaking of losing, the Chicago Bulls have once again lost Derrick Rose to another injury. This time it happens to be 2 sprained ankles. For some reason, this guy can't stay healthy. Like, he sprained both of his ankles in the game against the Heat. That's why he didn't play during the second half. And it turns out he was getting ready to come back, and he hurt both ankles again in practice. So once again, he's sitting out, some more games. Guys, question. If you had to take the draft all over again, and, Derrick Rose right now is eligible to be drafted, would you take Derrick Rose as the top 5 pick in the NBA draft, like the Chicago Bulls did? Dari, this is your city. What you think?
Man, I'd still take him, and here's why. Chicago, being a Bulls fan, the Bulls have always been my first love. We just had no hope. Like, those Ben Gordon, Luol Deng teams, they just kind of were there. Like,
they went to 7 games with the Celtics.
That was with D Rose. D Rose was on that team.
Yeah, I guess you can say that. He wasn't the player. It was Ben Gordon's team.
But he brought an excitement to Chicago basketball that we hadn't seen since Jordan. So for one of the big pillars of the big cities to have a big time player, I mean, I would still do it. I mean, players are going to get hurt. Players get hurt. That's part of the game. But I take his peaks over anybody else in that draft. Who else am I going to take? Michael Beasley?
No, I'm not saying in that draft. I'm just saying if he was coming out of college right now and was eligible to be drafted, would you draft him knowing his injury, his proneness to injury?
Yeah, I would, because one thing that you have as an organization is you have an ego, and you feel like if somebody does have an injury history, you feel like your training staff is the staff that will get them on the right track. So I take him.
Eric, would you take Derrick Rose the top 5 pick in the NBA draft if he was eligible to be drafted tomorrow?
Yeah, if you telling me I got a choice between him, Michael Beasley, and Tasheem Tabit, hell yeah.
No, we're not talking about that draft. We're just talking about period now. Like, if you could draft all over again, would you draft him?
I mean, well, are we comparing him
to players right now?
Yeah, he's still the best player. He would still be the best player in college basketball. Hell yeah. Over who?
Even if he's getting hurt all the time. Like, he hurt his knee, came back, hurt his other knee, came back, hurt both ankles. Like, seriously?
I mean, that's a part of the, like Dari said, that's a part of the game. But I mean, he's definitely still a top 5 player when he's healthy. So I'm taking him over whoever the hell else you gonna put in front of me. I'll take him. I definitely will take him.
James, you taking D Rose as the top 5 pick if you had it in the draft? Like he came out next year, would you take him as the top 5 pick?
Nope.
Why not?
I never really been a big D Rose fan. I always thought that he was overhyped. I'm not gonna say he's
So who are you gonna take?
Right now. Well, I don't know. It depends. Who exactly are we putting up against it? Because I don't know what draft. You talking about the guys that's coming out next year?
If he was in, the guys coming out next year, like Jahlil Okafor or somebody like that. I mean, we haven't seen these players play, but I'm saying if you had a pick, if you were a GM and Derrick Rose was coming out, knowing his injury history, would you spend a top 5 pick on him?
Nah, I just couldn't. I couldn't do that because he's played. This is his 6th year now. Right, his 5th or 6th year now going into it. So you saying for his contract more likely is going to be like 4 years? I can't spend that kind when he's already missed 2 years. That's too long going for the top 5 pick. And if you look at a lot of these teams, that's why a lot of these teams are still coming back in their top 10, top 5 of the draft pick because they drafted guys that are hurt. You know what I'm saying? Look at Philadelphia. They got Nerlens Noel. They drafted him.
Extended, by the way. They just gave him a contract extension, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah, I don't understand that one. This is only his 2nd year, so there was no reason for him to even do that. But, I mean, can't keep drafting these guys. They drafted Noel last year. Now they draft the Embiid. 2 hurt guys that's going to miss the first season automatically. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You need right now in the NBA, it's too much hit and miss, dog. You got to be able to hit with all these being in that top 5 draft, dog. You can't spend it on a guy that's gonna get hurt and be out for 2 out of the first 5 years in the league. You can't do it.
But James, you also have to factor in that these players are not developing in college, so you don't know what you're getting these days.
I agree with you.
You got to sit them on the bench for at least 2-3 years.
So his talent's definitely top 5, but this is going to pay out for you.
That's my point. It's not about the talent, because we all know he can get to the hole with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? But it's just more so at the end of it, dog. You're gonna be out because you're gonna need some help. You losing the direction of your team because he's supposed to be your main man. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be, exactly. So how do you know what direction you're gonna go to if he's never there?
All right, but look at it like this: the last 2 drafts. Wiggins, Parker, I don't even think they scored in double figures yet in the league. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you definitely taking a risk wherever you go.
Well, if you want to go back to in that draft, I was looking at that draft. The best person out there is Westbrook. He would be number 1 if you look at that draft over again. Russell Westbrook.
He wasn't in the Rose draft though.
He
was.
Yes, he was. He was in that same draft. I would say Russell Westbrook looks the best out of all of them.
But he's been injured too. He's been injured.
Yeah, but he ain't injury prone like Rose is.
He coming back from a major injury too though.
Too many.
And then got hurt. And then got hurt the first game back. Second game back.
Hey, if you look at, I didn't mean to cut you off, but if you look at that whole draft class, that whole draft class is injury prone. If you really look at that whole draft class, it's
Kevin Love is prone. OJ Mayo's got injuries. So yeah, so if you're doing it that class, I still take Derrick Rose. If you're doing it this class, I still take Derrick Rose. Andrew Wiggins and Jabari Parker haven't shown me anything.
Well, not yet. It's still early. Derrick Rose wasn't scoring 20 points in his first game. Come on, guys. Seriously.
He was scoring in his first year though.
Yeah, I mean,
he was rookie.
4 games in. Are you kidding me?
He was rookie of the year that year though.
Derrick
We're
Rose
4 games in. We're 4 games in. You're already telling me Jabari Parker and Andrew Wiggins are busts.
Well, you tried to tell me LeBron is a disappointment already 4 games in, so you can't have it both ways, Jason.
Hello.
Guys, 4 games in, we're making prognostications. Who do you think will get to the conference finals in the Eastern Conference? Since we're prognosticating 4 games in, James, who you got? Eastern Conference Finals. 2 teams. So far from what you see, I think the Sixers are going to be 1, and maybe the Pacers, right? Is that what we're going with?
You mean they're going to have the number 1 pick? That's the only one they're going to get close to, or 1 victory. That's about it. It depends. It really depends on how things flow. Because I would like to think that my Heat can get there, but honestly,
But you
I
guys
like.
can't rebound and you're too small.
Nah, they
Just
ain't
say,
at that.
just say it.
No,
Just say it.
no, no.
You guys
Shut your
can't
mouth.
shoot threes. You don't
Hold.
rebound, and you're too small. You can't be small and
Nah,
can't shoot. And that's what your problem is. I'm
nah.
coming right now and
But
ripping you. I'm ripping you. Take it.
no, I don't have to rip you. All I gotta do is say Lakers, and that explains it all. So that's all the argument I even got to say. Yo. Hey,
Look,
hey, yo,
I'm not
hey,
ashamed by
hey, yo.
championship banners in the
You
stands, right?
should. Hey, okay, tell me about that foolishness some other time. Win a game this year, then you come talk to me, okay? But I'm not. I think I really like Washington. I like what the Wizards doing, even though I can't stand Paul Pierce. I think Paul Pierce being on that team brings that veteran and playoff leadership that they need as a team to go with all them young boys.
Yeah, to go with all
So,
the turnovers that John Wall's doing. Yeah,
hey,
okay.
yeah, hey, but maybe he can put his foot in his behind and make him stop doing it. I like Washington because I don't think Cleveland is going to be there, and I'm not one that buys into that Chicago crap. I like them,
Oh. Well,
and from the West.
no, Eastern Conference Finals. So you got
Oh, you
Washington.
say
Who?
Eastern Conference? Oh, okay. I can see us in the Heat and Washington.
Wow. All right, Eric, Eastern Conference Finals. Who you got?
I'm definitely gonna go with my Heat. It's Wade County all day, and
I can't believe this. A team
I
who is
saw-
relying on a
and I still got-
32-year-old player who can't stay healthy. Talk about healthiness and can't shoot threes.
I'm going with Miami, and I think Chicago. It's gonna be Miami and Chicago.
Wow, Dari, talk some sense into these people. This Miami crap. What?
I'm still a Heat fan, but I can't see D Wade holding up for a season. Like I just
Thank
can't
you.
see him making
None
it.
of us have seen it. Dari,
So-
it's not that you can't see it. None of us have seen it in the last 5 years.
So
We haven't seen it.
and I would love to. I would love to have seen
Ah.
the Heat surprise people this year and make it to the conference finals. But I just from watching them play and just knowing playoff basketball, like they're gonna need somebody to hit a big three, and all
They
the
can't
players
shoot.
who hit the big threes for them are all gone. So Shane Battier's not there, Ray Allen's not there, James Jones isn't there, Mike
They got
Miller
Norris
isn't
Cole.
there. So I'm sticking with my preseason pick of Cavs Bulls. I think that the Cavs will pull it together. I mean, it's still 4 games in. They got a chance to pull it together. I mean, the Washington Wizards have an outside shot because of Paul Pierce, but they got injury history too. Bradley Beal can't stay healthy. Nene can't stay healthy. So, and the Bulls got. I mean, the East is just so wide open. My sleeper team would be the Wizards. So I'd say Cavs Bulls or Cavs Wizards. Who you got, Jason?
Well, you know, I'm gonna pick my boys up there in Chicago. I think Chicago is the most
No, now they your
rounded
boy.
team.
Oh, shit.
I like the Central
Now
team.
your boy.
I'm gonna go. Look, I can't go with Indiana. Who's Indiana at? Give me a break here. I get a mulligan. I'm picking Chicago for my mulligan. All right, give me a break. That's my squad right now on the East. All right, take it.
His squad is any team that LeBron is not on.
Right. Right.
I think the Cavs are going to get it together though. I think they have a chance to still make these. I mean, if it comes down to Washington and Cleveland, I'm picking Cleveland. Like you got Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, and LeBron. I don't care if they don't get along at all. They're still going to beat Washington, Bradley Beal, and John Wall, and Nene. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm picking Cleveland and I'm picking Chicago. That's the Eastern Conference Finals, just like Dari said. Let's move it to the West. James, it's your turn for the Western Conference Finals. A little bit more interesting, a little bit more teams, in the running for the Western Conference Finals. Who you got?
Wow, this is gonna be difficult here because status quo say go with the ones who've been there for the longest, and that's San Antonio.
San Antonio and the Lakers, right?
Like I was saying, San Antonio. I can see San Antonio as one, but I gotta really give these boys because I'm liking how they looking so far. Golden State is looking like straight
My
beast
boy
right about now,
Steph.
dog.
Steph
And
Money.
I'm really loving it. I'm loving how my boy Clay is just starting to beast out. He's trying to own that contract he done signed. So
The thing about
still
Clay, I like Clay, but he'll give you 41 one night and then 7 the next. So
Hey,
I have to wait and see. I like him, but
hey,
So-
Jason, didn't he get that 41 to Kobe?
he gave him all 41 of them.
Look, you're not saying nothing to me because I like the Warriors. Steph is my third favorite player in the league, and you know this. So don't even try to put me against my boys. All right, Steph's my man.
He got all 40 of them, boy. He
All
caught
right,
them
Eric,
all.
who you got?
That's the defense.
And Kobe wasn't guarding him for the record. It was Jeremy Lin. But Eric, who you got?
He scored probably the first 30-something on him, so he had to pull Kobe off. But anyway, go ahead.
Eric.
Western Conference. I think if OKC can get healthy, I see them in one slot.
I agree. I agree.
Because they finally put that big ass bum on the bench and Kendrick Perkins, the fake ass tough guy. And I think if OKC can get healthy, and I mean I can't deny, but the way Pop is resting all these players, man, I'm gonna go with OKC and San Antonio.
You got to really still believe in San Antonio. Dari, who you got?
Man, I feel bad going against San Antonio because you pick against them every year and they keep coming back like, Friday the 13th. But I just think I think they finally got that taste out their mouth from Miami beating them 2 years ago. So I think they take the foot off the gas.
Thank you.
I think I agree with you. I think the good thing about OKC getting hurt early is that it gives those other guys a chance to get some real playing time.
Great.
And for Scott Brooks to actually try to coach instead of looking like the dude from Franklin and Bash. So I think that OKC got a shot to make it. I think OKC's going to make it. And, man, I want to believe in Golden State, but, man, Steve Kerr has got to prove it to me in the playoffs. And I think when you come to coaching and making adjustments, I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. So I'll go OKC, and I'll go somebody who you guys haven't talked about yet. I'll go OKC Clippers.
Oh God, Clippers! Oh, they've looked really good.
Suck.
They've looked really good. Almost lost to the Lakers. I mean, God, if they lose to the Lakers, the world ends. Anyone who loses to the Lakers is automatic garbage, right?
Well, they thought they were playing an NCAA team, so they weren't up for it. I got a question for you, Jason. Speaking of finals, you think this Lakers team can make it to the Final Four in the NCAA tournament?
Yes.
Yo, that's a legitimate question, dog. That's a legitimate question.
But you know what's going to be the highlight of Let Me Finish this year is when Jason has to burn that Kobe Bryant.
They're winning 24 games. I don't care what you say. They're going to win 24 games. Kobe has to score 80 every game. They're going to win 24. I don't care.
It don't look like it to me. It don't look like it to me.
Look,
you mean a combination next year and this year?
Look, we're 0-5. All we have to do is go 24 of the next 77, and we're good. I think we can manage 24 out of 77. I think we can do that.
If Kobe keep taking 37 shots a game, his fucking arm is gonna fall off by All-Star break. This is really.
Clay got that 41 on 18 shots.
Yeah. That's cute. I mean, and he'll also get 7 on the same 18 shots the next game. So let's not talk about Klay Thomas like he's the next LeBron James. Okay, let's cut it a little bit. I like Klay, but let's ease it down because I saw plenty of times where he'll drop 41 in one game and 2 the next, going 2 for 18 on shooting. All right, so let's cool it. I'm gonna go with my squads. I like Golden State, I really do, and I really believe in Steph Curry. I just don't believe in. I believe in Draymond Green. Those are the 2 players for the Golden State Warriors that I can sit here and say, you know what, I am 100% behind. But I am not 100% behind everyone else, and I don't know if I can pick them because they're good right now. They'll probably have the top 2 record in the league, but I don't know if I can pick them. I'm going to go with Oklahoma City, like you said, Dari, because, like you said, while Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook are out, these players are getting experience. And not only are they getting experience, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook are going to be fresh by the time playoff season comes
Mhm.
because they are not going to be having that extra a month of play, especially Kevin Durant. He's going to be out for another couple of months. He's going to be fresh as hell by the time playoff season comes. And if you haven't noticed Kevin Durant's career, during the middle of the season, this is when he actually, makes his push and starts scoring his 40-plus, 50-plus points. And that's going to come in the playoffs. So I think Kevin Durant is in a really good shape when he comes back to be, super fresh by the time the playoffs come. So, and a lot of people are going to underestimate them because they haven't seen Oklahoma City play, like, in their full strength. So they're not going to know necessarily, how to defend them or the schemes to do against them because it's not going to be the same team when Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant come back because all those other role players have stepped up. So I got Oklahoma City in my first one. I got Dallas as my other team. Dallas, I feel like they're built for the playoffs. They have a lot of playoff experience. I think that Jameer Nelson addition was humongous. And Rick Carlisle is still one of the best coaches in the NBA. Jameer Nelson as a point guard, J.J. Barea is coming back. Like, I feel like the Mavericks right now are poised. They might not have a tremendous record in the regular season or whatnot, but I think come playoff time, they have people who can hit big shots. Tyson Chandler is going to be a defensive presence in the post. I feel like the Dallas Mavericks are a team to watch out for. So I got Dallas, and I have Oklahoma City in the Western Conference Finals. I don't think San Antonio has the motivation. They've never won back-to-back titles, so I don't even think they're going to. I don't think they're going to get close this time. So I got them going out early, especially if Oklahoma City is an 8 seed or a 7 seed, and San Antonio is a 2 or 1. They're going down.
Help me to understand. Y'all acting like Durant and Westbrook on vacation. They just taking their time and chilling. You talking about they coming back fresh, like they just chilling in the Bahamas or some crap. These fools coming back from injury, dog. Come on, who comes back fresh from injury, dog?
James, when you come back from injury, what do? You rest. You rest your injury. Then you rehabilitate. But you rest first. So they're resting.
Hold on. And it depends on how many more games they lose that these cats going to come back earlier than what they need to, dog.
No. They can fall to a 6 or a 7 seed and get somebody like San Antonio.
But, dog, you got to get to a 6 or 7 seed before you could do that. Dog,
Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook can miss 2. They can miss 2 full months and come back, and they'll still have a top 5 seed in the West.
You know what? If that ain't the biggest piece of crap I ever heard you say in my life, that is just stupid. I like to think your IQ is a lot better than that, dog.
Have Oklahoma City not have the first or the second best record in the Western Conference the last 2 years? Yes, they have.
Have they missed both of their superstars in the last 2 years at the same time? No.
They'll have the 6th best record, and they'll come out and they'll kill. Let's move on.
Why am I expecting this from anything else other than this from you? Just foolishness, yo.
It's not foolishness. It's the truth. Just take it. You got beat.
Hey, and by the way, y'all talking about my he can't shoot 3. My boy Shawnee Williams is 6th in the NBA in 3-point shooting. So shut your mouth.
Who?
Shawnee Williams. Our star power forward. He's 6th in the NBA and made.
He used to play for the Knicks, right?
So shut your mouth.
He used to play for the Knicks.
Yeah.
So shut your mouth. You know who else used to play for the Knicks? Steve Novak. Sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Got them really far, didn't he?